The truth is, most of you do not want success. You like the idea of success. That's the truth. Especially for individuals, if you have, so a lot of people will go the route of education. We can use this as an example. I think it's a good one. A lot of people go the route of education, right? Nowhere near the majority, but a lot of people go the route of education. So if you want a PhD in something, for instance, if you want to become highly educated and become an expert in a certain field, whatever that field may be, you are going to need to front end load the work, the learning on the front end of your life. So you go through from at least preschool all the way up to 12th grade, you graduate, you immediately go into college and you do another 12 years of school. You're doing 24, 25, whatever it is years of school on the front end of your life. And as long as those individuals stay up to date in their industry, they have, because they're using their mind. So so they have the ability to scale over time and make more money. So they have the money, they have the time, they have the ability to make really good money over their life, like actually live a decent, good life. And they're using their brains, so they're not getting their bodies wore down and kicked and their asses kicked day after day. In order to become successful, that's what all levels of success looks like. You have to front end load the work on whatever it is you're trying to do. So it doesn't matter if you have a goal, a dream, a passion, an ambition. It doesn't matter what it is you want to build. You have to front end load the work. You're gonna have to do an extraordinary amount of work on the front end of it, whatever that thing is. If you are not capable of doing a quote unquote Herculean amount of front end work in order to accomplish your goals, which most people are not, they think it's too much. It's overwhelming. It's too much. Yeah, 80-hour work weeks, if you're not dedicated to something, is fucking brutal. It can be absolutely be brutal, even if you're only using your mind. It can be harsh. Sitting in this chair day after day, man, this is where you will find me every single day. You will find me you will find me somewhere doing some work, sitting down doing some work on one of these computers, on another computer, writing shit down. I got a bunch of papers all over the place. I got journals, I got all kinds of shit. I'm doing work every single day, all day. My break comes when I go to the gym. Then I come back, and if I'm capable, I do more work. If I'm not, I do some research, I do some writing, or I do some reading. There is no other, I don't have anything else in my life because I'm working on things to make things happen, and that's how that works. You have to front end load the work of whatever it is that you're trying to build. Now, if you're not capable of doing that, it is better for you to just keep your 9-to-5 job. This is the truth. The unfortunate part about having a 9-to-5 job is you have to accept where you are in life. And that is a terrible, terrible, terrible thought process if you really think about it. Man, they have everybody convinced that if you make double or triple the minimum wage, that you're paid. You're getting really good money. That is good money if you're making double to triple the minimum wage. What the fuck is that? Like $36 an hour? Something like that? It isn't fucking shit, whatever it is. Man, this is enough money for you to have just enough for you to continue to obey so that you're a slave. Plain and simple. Man, when you're making that kind of money, you are still just one downturn away from being broke. That is real. And this is the truth, man. If every man decided not to show up to work tomorrow, if every man decided we're not showing up to work tomorrow, society would fucking crash. It would plunge. We would not make it a fucking full, a day would be difficult. Maybe we could fucking truck through a day if too many things don't go wrong. But a week, a month, that's not gonna happen. Our society, as we know it, and what we love and we depend on, would crush and crumble and fall down around our ears. That's the truth. But you're never gonna make the amount of money that that kind of appreciation should deserve. It's never going to happen. They're not going to give you that kind of money. In order to make it, you have to be satisfied with hopefully taking one vacation a year. Hopefully you will own your home in 30 to 45 years, because most likely you're going to have to, at that kind of money, you're going to have to refinance at least fucking once. So hopefully 30 to 45 years. I don't fucking know. Hopefully, you're able to have 2 working cars, and hopefully you're able to clothe and feed your wife and kids and well enough so that they're safe and that they're never hungry, and that you can send your kids to college if they so choose to go. The truth is if you're really lucky, this will probably be the determining factor of how good your life turns out to be as a man. Not even as a man. I'm going to go both ways. I'm going to say it goes both directions. If for men and women, if you have a partner that you truly love and that truly loves you, and you guys are willing to work interdependently, not being strong, independent, whatever the fuck, independent, strong, independent. That means you're set up to be alone. Independent means it stands on its own. So if you guys are both willing to work interdependently, go through everything together, and really be there for one another, then your life probably will be pretty good. Let's be real. You're going to work hard. You're not going to make enough money to do too many great and wonderful things. You're not going to travel the world. A lot of your dreams die the day you take on those kinds of jobs. Plain and simple. Dreams, desires, wants, all those things die the day you take a job that only pays that amount of money, because you're never going to be able to afford those things. But if you have a woman and you have kids that truly love you and you truly love them, man, I believe that can make for a very satisfying life. However, the truth is, and if we're going to be fucking real, just across the board, let's be real. If you're only making that kind of money, you most likely have a woman that tolerates you. If you haven't been with this woman since you were like really young and you guys really grew together, the most likely, most women they don't marry the man that they wanted. They marry the man that they could get. Those are very different things. And if you're the man that they could get, she tolerates you. Eventually, at a certain point, she stops. She don't suck your dick. She don't give a fuck about anything that you do. You live in the garage, so you don't have to. So you can avoid her. Maybe if you're lucky, she cooks dinner. Probably not going to be very good. Hopefully, if nothing else though, she's taking great care of your kids. However, the moment she's tired of all of this stuff, the kids are grown and she don't have to worry about that as much, or they're almost grown, and she decides that she wants to go ride motorcycles and fuck dudes that look like me. She's gonna take the house, she's gonna take the cars, she's gonna take everything that you thought was important and that you loved, and she's gonna take half of your money. $36 an hour or whatever, 46, whatever, I don't give a fuck, $40 an hour, $50 an hour. Once somebody's taking half of it, it's really nothing. You're paying taxes on the money still, and then giving her half of what is already been taxed. I mean, you're just all the way around, you're getting fucking hit. Now you're broken in the poorhouse again. So even if nothing else went wrong and you managed to make it to that point, you're screwed. So if you do want to break free, if you do want actual freedom, you have to be willing to understand that you're going to need to you're going to have to be willing to put in a Herculean, what other people think would be Herculean amount of effort on the front end of whatever it is that you're trying to do. If that's what you want, man, if you truly want freedom, you have to think in those terms. You have to be willing to die for it. You either sacrifice everything that you have to put in everything that's needed to put in to make what you want happen, work, or you slowly die through the rest of your life in a job that's never going to truly appreciate you. You're never going to be paid what you're actually worth or what the responsibilities of what you actually do for society should appreciate you for. It's never going to happen. If you don't have a woman that absolutely loves and adores you, then your life is going to be miserable at home as well. Men go to the bar to drink because they had a hard day at home, not because they had a hard day at work. Men that have a hard day at work, they go home. They may have a beer at home. They have their wife feed them. They just need to sit and be alone, left alone for a little while, and the stresses of the world will fall off that man. If she wants him to fall off immediately, she just has to give him some head. Problem solved. All that stress melts right away. Men that have a hard day at work, they go home. Men that have a hard day at home, they go to the bar. So that's kind of like what your life would look like. So you have to decide, man, which one do you want? Slowly die over, the next 50 years of your life, or just fucking grind for the next 5 years of your life so you can have an amazing next 50 years of your life.